Hey everyone. Hey, it looks like it's me by myself. So uh if anybody joins and everything like that, we're gonna get this show on the road. All right then, man. Well, all I gotta say, man, this is a big game for us, but let's get the countdown in, y'all. All right, everyone, it's Gio, man, by himself. They let me take over the channel by myself. So I just want to tell everybody thank you for joining. Thank you for seeing me over here by myself. I'm rolling Dolo. Shout out to the New York City Club and Fabio and Vinny. They out there. They bringing out the electricity. But all I gotta say is, man, it's a big game. There's only one game that went our way this week. Lazio, that they're contenders. I think they're gonna finish second place now that they got a 6 point lead, 7 point lead. But right now, it's time for us to stand up. They don't got Napoli. Don't have Oshiman. Now it's time for Leao to stand up. You want that money? We want to keep you. We want to give you money, but this is a time for you to step up, one on one. You or Kavashev. So it's you versus him. Whoever is gonna outperform tonight, I feel is gonna take 3 points. Hold on. I got Lab Gorilla, Mr. Punchline himself. What's going on?
How you doing, Gio?
Good. Thank you for joining me, man. How you feeling about this game?
You know what? All I want to see is a solid performance. I want to see the team try hard and no more of the Udinese rubbish. None of that. I want to see it, Milan just get out there and leave it all on the pitch. That's what I'm after. I'm not even after a win, believe it or not. I miss the negativity, but I just want to see them try hard.
Yeah. So how you feel? Ocean, you feel a little bit better with Ocean out the lineup?
Absolutely. I mean, he is the best striker in Italy at the moment. Maybe, maybe after Ireland, the number two striker in Europe, something like that. But I'm not gonna. I just hope the players' mentality doesn't switch off for the game, thinking Osime's out, therefore we can take it easier. I want them to go all out. That's honestly, it's all I want is just to see Milan go at Napoli all out and leaving nothing in the dressing room. Honestly, I think Simeone is a decent striker. I like the guy. I actually wish we'd signed him ourselves as a number two striker, something like that. But obviously, he's not Osimhen's quality. He's nowhere near his quality. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think have we got the lineup?
Well, they say this is the probable lineup up. So it says Giroud, Leao, King Krunic, Diaz, and then holding Tonali. We're going back to a 4-4-2. So then Tonali, the pit bull. Then we got Theo. Then we got Tamori. And then we got the Viking himself. And then we got Calabria. Oh, man. Coming off an injury and then coming back, it's going to be hard. I don't even know if he has the fitness to keep up with Cavacielli. And then we got the best goalkeeper in the world right there, Magic Mike.
Yeah,
So
no question, no question on Mike, no question. But So did you just say Krunic? As in what position is he playing?
like a cam.
Oh, really? Wow,
Hmm.
that's an interesting choice, isn't it? That's so no Diaz.
No, Diaz on the right wing.
Diaz on the right wing and whoa. That's ooh, okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. As I said in the chat for a long time, I said April's a massive month for us. So I really hope that first of all we learn a lot about playing Napoli on this match with our current lineup because I don't know if Kalulu will be able to come back for any of the games. Do you know?
No, they say he's out to the end of April, so I don't think he's coming back for any of the games.
Okay, is Florenzi available?
Yeah, Florenzi's there. He's chilling. He's chilling.
Yeah, so he could maybe do a job. I don't know. I don't know. And Messias is out too, isn't he, on the right wing?
Well, they said supposedly during the reports, but you know these reports.
Yeah,
Oh no, he's still out injured. He's still
still out
out.
injured. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I think if we just go out there and we give it absolutely everything, I'll be happy. That's what I want to see. I just don't want any more performances like we had in January. Some of the last few performances we've played in March were a joke for me. I mean, I've made it very clear in the chat that I'm not Husney level. Husney is
Yeah.
got he is the king, but I would say I'm starting to get quite negative about things because I think I'm not sure if they're following Pioli. If I'm honest, I don't know how you feel about that, but um, I just really hope they give us a performance today.
Well, you know what? Like I said on Wednesday, the reason that why I'm Pioli out is because he's gone away from his philosophy. Everybody, when we got him, they said that no, this guy is a good manager of young, talented players. You know, he likes to work with the youth. And then now, since he won Scudetto, it's like you don't want to give nobody any chances. Like Adley did more in 7 minutes than CDK or well Diaz. He just went off in the Monza game, but like one game out of the whole season. And yeah, he got the goal against Spurs, but other than that, I mean, I don't know. I think that's what me because like I tell everybody, I know what state of Milan we're in. We're not with Berlusconi no more. We're not going to be paying 30, 40, 50 million. But we weren't though because Bonucci was our highest signing until uh, is our highest signing. So you know we would get what we got Kaká for what like 6, 8 million. Max Pato, you know, guys like that, the Flying Dutchmans, you know, maybe with inflation, it's more now. But to me, I need top four, you know, because I think top four is a crisis for us because and then we're not spending no money in the summer unless we sell because and I don't know what like the ownership he comes out talking which is fine to me but bro like if you just invest a little bit more say we make it to the semifinals we break even or we probably gonna make like 40, 50 net in euros if we don't we're over here we're gonna break even like and y'all haven't been breaking even now for the whole of time the last 3, 4 years so to me, I don't know. I believe in the team. I'm with the young guys, and me, I like, you know, they always tell me why I want more talents in the team. I think for us, the project that we're going is like Italians. If you read it right, like Italians usually don't live Italy. So to me, to keep them more and more there, that's fine. So now I'm seeing reports that they want to have more talents, yeah, because they're going to be able to renew them. But you know what? I just want to bring up a question. Like I know we're talking about Napoli, but did you believe what Sadi said yesterday was correct? Like he said, like
Yeah.
uh, about like buying Italian players, like they play one good game or two good games, and then they already worth this amount, and then you could go to the French league and get them for like $1 million.
I think he said about the Bundesliga as well, didn't he? That you could
Yeah,
get cheap
Bundes.
players.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, I don't know, man. I think sorry, it's kind of like every country, isn't it? If you buy players from your own country, usually they're more expensive. For example, like here in the UK, I've seen. stupid players like Maguire, Grealish being bought by for ridiculous amounts of money, right? Okay, the Premiership's very rich, but I think in Italy it's kind of similar, isn't it? If we want an Italian player, we usually have to pay over the odds for them, unless we got great scouts that can find someone who's really really young to join us at that stage. But the situation's the same the whole year, which is, and it's been the same for several seasons, Gio, which is renew contracts, stop players leaving on freeze. It's a pretty simple kind of objective. The problem is, as we've all said, agents and these players have way too much power these days to be able to just see out their contracts and then take that massive payout in because they're offered, massive fees when they join the new club. They said, well, we're going to save it all on the transfer fee so we can give you bigger wages. So it is a problem. I mean, I I was one that really was so upset when Kessie left us for nothing. And I understand, he was asking for more and more and more and more. But if you look at the way that he connected the defense and the attack, we don't really have a player that's capable of doing that. I see Tonali and Benacer as kind of interchangeable for each other, actually. Um, uh, and I think it needs someone with a far greater physical presence in next to them. So yeah, I mean, a lot of the buys that you were suggesting in the summer, I just thought, yeah, these are good young buys. Let's go out and get them. But it was a bit of a shock actually to see. I didn't. I'll be honest. I didn't know CDK. I hadn't watched Bruges. So when he joined us, I watched a few videos and thought, oh, all right, he looks all right, doesn't he? Um, but he seemed to play well in the first few games and then just collapse from there. His confidence really fell through the floor, and it is a concern. And you're right. Purely, he's not playing the full squad, is he? He's relying a lot on the same players, and that's putting us in trouble. Um, whether it's fitness, whether it's exhaustion, I'm not entirely sure. But you're right. I've seen Adley play in friendlies. I've seen Adley play few minutes here and there, and thought this guy's got something. But I'm not the guy that's there every single day watching them training, am I? So I have to trust the manager. And but you're right, Vranks. I know he came on against Roma, right, and it was a disaster. It finished in a 2-2, and it looks like that game really affected our confidence. But is that enough to shut out a player for good? I would argue it's not.
Yeah. I mean, and especially now that they want to buy him, but at a cheaper discount, so then they see talent there. It's always that like, oh yeah, we see talent, but now we need a discount on that 12 million. It's like, okay, like if I'm that club, Wolfsburg, I'm telling them, oh no, they just trying to play. They know there's a talent there, and they're just trying to lower. But to me, like the only problem that I had, what Cassie is the lies and everything like that.
Yeah,
But to
yeah.
me, to me with him, I mean, I don't know. You come out in the interview, you come out in the Olympics saying that you're gonna renew, and that's been a miss. And you know what? To me, like Gijo was one of my favorite players because he came up from the
Mm.
ranks. And to me, what hurt me more about him is like, where's your loyalty, bro? We were giving your brother 1.5 million net, like in salary to do nothing, like come on, like for one games and stuff like that, and you just want to leave. And I think that's true. Like Maldini has to know now, like to me, like with the layout situation, yeah, I want to renew him, but okay, when the season is over, that day and the season's over, he needs to bring him into office, and he's gonna say, look, we're gonna give you seven. You want 7.5? I think we could work in these parameters, and then to me, pay 10 million of the sporting, because to me, what I don't get about Sporting, isn't Leao the only one of those players who left that has been sued and been taken to court? Rui Patricio has been like to 20 different clubs since he's got there, and he went on a free. William
Mm.
Carvalho too. Like I don't understand. I know because he has the most talent. So you're basically telling us that we had to pay basically $40 million for a talented player because we paid 28 plus we gave a good player to Lille who was like excelling, but I don't understand. And to me, the only reason why I want Adley or CDK in the midfield is we don't win no headers in the midfield.
Mm.
Like Tonali and Benacer are short, and that's that's the difference with Kessie in there. I feel it's like he would win those headers because he would body shield. I'm not saying Kessie's like the tallest guy, but his strength and everything, he would be able to win headers. If it's not Leao or Giroud winning headers, we're not getting nothing in that midfield. That's
Do
why
you
there's
remember?
had to go.
Do you remember that game when Kessie was in the corner holding the ball and three, four
Mhm.
players are around him trying to get it? And I thought, wow, that's magnificent. That this guy is just the power in our midfield. Yeah, he really is a good player. It will be interesting who they try and find in the summer. But I think top four is an absolute must for us because I fear that if we finish outside the top four, we will have to sell because we will have. I don't believe that our owners will put any money in us if we don't finish in the top four. I think it's all about self sustainability here and prize money. So either we go through in the Champions League to the next phase and we bring in some money that way, or we make top four. But I think falling out of the top four would actually be. Uh, I've said it in the chat, haven't I? I think falling out of the top four for me might be a reset, and we cannot surely do that again. After the years that we've had, we cannot do that. And the thing is, if you look, Gio, look at the results. Everybody's losing, right? Everyone around us is losing, and so the opportunity, the door's open. It's just like who's gonna step through it? Okay, Napoli are gone, right? And Juve, I'm not even gonna, you know, I don't have a clue what's going on with them because if they get their points back, that's another position taken. They'll go straight to second, right? But even if they don't get their points back, I didn't realize they're only 4 points behind the Champions League places. So we really, to my mind, we have to worry about Roma, Lazio, and Inter. That's what we have to worry about, and we have to just put some results on the board. We need some W's on the board, and I'm pretty sure just a few runs, a few wins, and we will climb that, and we will be up there because everyone else around us is losing. I mean, look at Inter yesterday, losing to Fiorentina at home. I don't know. I mean, I follow. Do you know the guy Uncle Sharma, who's a Inter
Yeah,
Milan supporter? Yeah,
yeah.
he's quite a fair guy, I find, and he's actually, himself saying, "What the hell is this club doing? What are we doing? That they don't want Inzaghi there." Um, but he's definitely a
But
cup.
they will go bankrupt though if they don't make top four. They'll go bankrupt because I think they're on contingent of making top four so he could pay back some of the loans that he owes.
I
So to me,
really, really hope we knock him out of the top four. I would love for them to be bankrupt. I mean,
hmm,
no
I
problem for
mean,
me.
yeah, I know. And if they go Serie B bankrupt and they can't pay their loans because they have to get docked. To me, their Scudetto they won it for free because they didn't even pay their players. And then when they had the Scudetto party, they was asking for more discount, but it's not either here nor there. So what do you want, Lab Gorilla? Like, what's your score line? Who do you think's gonna score today?
All
Who do you
right.
think's gonna be the man of the match?
I'm going to say Liao discovers his form again. I'm going to go for something positive. This is going to shock people. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win away from home. And I'm going to say Liao and Giroud. That's what I'm going to say. God, I hope I'm right. Everything within me tells me this is a loss, but I've got to be positive.
Yeah, no, you know what? Your score line is good, but I'm going 1-0. I feel that the defense has to show up. But right now, this game is big for Calabria. Like I've been a Calabria fan for a long time, and now it's time for him to show. Especially now, they got Cubius in the Primavera. I know we don't that kind of spell it, but the only other thing that I feel it's time. It's April. We turned the tide last April. I remember it well. We won those games. We clawed, we scratched, and we're there. So to me, I think we're gonna go 1-0. I think Layout's gonna score a worldie, and we're gonna take the 3 points, and we're gonna move up to third. I feel it. I think this is the game that we finally take advantage. We had like 5 games before this, 3 games before this that we had to take advantage, so we could go like more clear, overhop, enter, and if we go clear, that's fine. Like You know, we go 1 point in front of Inter, and then we keep that cushion uh, with
Yep.
Roma, because I think that Roma's winning today. But to me, Lazio, they're in there. They're If we don't win today, that's a 6 point lead that they have, and I don't think that they're gonna drop that many points.
So
They beat the
Roma
bottom
1-0.
feeder. Mhm.
Roma are 1-0 at the moment, aren't they? So I'm looking here. Jorginho Wijnaldum scored. Okay, 1-0. Okay, well, there's a chance. Lazio won. So where is it? Where are we
Yeah,
looking for the? Oh, so Lazio have gone second. I see.
yeah. See, no,
Oh,
that's why I said Lazio are
55.
in there. Lazio 7 point lead right now.
Whoa. Whoa, I'm just looking at the league table. I didn't realize it was so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, so actually, if we win, we go above Inter.
Yes.
Okay, okay, I'll take that. Hey,
Yeah. We need.
let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. And Atalanta are 48 as well. So
Yeah.
that this is a
Yeah.
tough league.
Yeah, but we
This is
on
a tough
head to
league.
head, so we're good. We're good with that. We got
Yeah.
Nico coming and joining us, giving us his 2 cents. What's
Hey,
going on,
hey,
Nico?
what's happening?
Nico.
Hey, good seeing you.
Hey, what's going on, Nico? What are your feelings about the game?
I don't know, I have mixed emotions today. Uh, really do. I'm afraid to see Calabria back in there. I don't know how he's going to perform, um, especially against that Georgian beast on the right side or left side, I should say. So we'll see. I'm hopefully Leao's motivated today too, right? If he's motivated and he shows up, I think we'll be able to take this win today.
Yeah, who do you guys as a goal scorer, man of the match? Who do you got? Who's gonna come through for us today?
Giroud, old reliable Giroud, he'll come through.
Yeah, man. Oh, so what are you doing, Nico? You out there coaching the kids today or no?
No, no, not today. Today's off. Yesterday was the last game of the season. Um, thank God, because some of the parents on the team were need to go. Because I'm still recovering from this concussion too. I'm not 100% yet. And just word of advice, Geo and Lab, if you ever decide to coach youth soccer, be prepared to be to deal with some overly privileged parents. That's all I need
No,
to say.
but Lab, he's in England, so they don't have to pay for that. So they keep their mouth shut. Over here,
No, no, there was a video got leaked. There was a video got leaked out. It's some lower like game, some rec league game out in England somewhere, and they broke out in a fight over with the ref. It got nasty. It
You need
happens
to
everywhere,
need to
Gio.
share that video, Nico. I need to see it. Need to see it.
Yeah, somebody was sharing. I found it. So I follow some coaches over in England. It gets wild too. I mean, 2 months ago in Vegas at a tournament, some parent pulled out a gun from his car because he didn't like the way the ref called the game. Yeah,
It's crazy, right? But
wild stuff.
you know what, Lab? I think the one that is on the choppy block, not because we want to, because I don't trust this ownership. I've been seeing the last 3 days that Dale has been linked with a move, not because he wants to, because these clubs have gone in. They talking about Spurs, United, everybody.
Yeah, let me ask you something about that, fellas. So that Theo was Maldini signing, right?
Yeah.
Correct. And they usually stay, from what we know. They usually have a really tight relationship with Maldini, right? So unless they're offering him a ton of cash, like a ton, I can't see him leaving. I
Does
don't think.
anybody know? Has he got a buyout clause of a certain? Do you know what it is? Because I don't have a clue. If
Me neither.
hmm.
No, but you know what? Chelsea, what the hell? Didn't they just get Chilwell and Cucurella? So it's Chelsea, Man City. That's the one I'm scared of because Pep could call them. And then Spurs. Nobody want to go to Spurs, right, Lab?
No, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. Spurs, forget it. No, no, no. I don't see that one. Oh, hello. Look at this. Look at this. The official lineup. Oh, no Chow. Interesting.
No chow. What's going on with that one?
So Tomori in, but Chow out.
Wow. Okay, Tamari and Calabria, they're suspect for me.
Oof. Okay. Yeah.
How you feeling, Andan? What are your thoughts, Andan?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey,
Uh, well, I'm not too feeling too positive. I'm just waiting to see how they will play out after the break. I mean, it's okay to give Chow a little bit of rest, just not to burn him out in terms of expectation because he started really good, and the last couple of games he just kind of dropped off. But I would agree, I would rather have him playing based on form than Tomori. And also, it's
Anton, you
very,
mentioned about his load management, right? The kid's
yeah,
how old is he? 20, 21, 22?
21,
Right.
something like
Yeah,
that.
did he play for Germany at all? For the under 21? 20?
No, he got a senior call up because
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
but
got
did
a
got
he
senior
injured.
control.
did he play at all?
No.
No, I
So
mean,
so
not
so
not in
that's being
terms of.
said, right? Because that's that load management. That's like a big deal in the NBA. Like they're managing the load of their players, young kids too. I don't see that being an issue, Anton. I
No,
mean,
no,
if they,
no, Nico.
yeah.
I didn't mean of term of physicality or
Oh,
physical
okay, I got you.
preparation.
Okay,
I
understood.
mean, in terms of playing time, as in terms of pressure, especially stuff like that, because he has been playing constantly. He had a couple of good games, and after that, the whole team again dropped down. The performance dropped down. So it's okay to just bench him for a couple of games, not to burn him out in that way. Not physically, because physically he can play. He's physically prepared and fit,
More of a
but
mental thing, yeah.
it's more of a mental thing. But again, it's gonna be a very difficult game, especially Calabria coming back from injury, playing against Quiche on the right side. That would be one of the biggest problems that we're gonna have. But one good positive thing, Krunic is playing as a cam, so it's gonna be a little bit more balanced in midfield. So maybe that will give us a little bit of chance of getting some kind of a result, and it will be very important to see how we're gonna play against them, given that we're gonna play in the Champions League as well. So I'm just hoping to avoid any more injuries and not for us not to embarrass ourselves.
Yeah, because if we
Especially
get embarrassed,
also Leao needs to perform. He hasn't performed
yeah.
in the while. He needs to perform.
Because I know. Gio's been saying that he doesn't have that dog in him, right? I'm hoping he takes this competitiveness with Crava a little more personal and shows up and shows Serie A that he's the top dog, right, and not the Georgian.
Yeah,
And
and again, they're changing back. He's the main reason Peel is changing back to this formation. He's the only reason that Peel is going back to this formation because he was completely useless in the three back formation. He didn't produce anything. So he needs to show us, to remind us why he was the best player in Serie A, not just to be a ghost in the field. So it's very important for him as well, especially we need these points more than anything. We need these points, especially with Inter losing. From what I can see, Roma is winning right now. Lazio won. Juventus closing up very,
yeah,
very close. So it's very important to get at least a point, if not three. So
if somehow Juve catches up to us at the end of the season, it's going to be a disaster for me. I think personally.
If they catch up with us with minus 15 points, oh my God.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
as long
yeah,
as we keep that top four place, I don't mind it. But again, if they catch up, that's the responsibility of the management in total.
correct. Yeah,
Management,
definitely.
Pioli, owners, everybody responsible for that. They should have
And
very
on
active
the only way that I'm okay with that is if, let's say, Juve get their 15 points back. Let's just say that, and we are responsible for knocking Inter out of the top four. Then I'm completely okay. We going to take the fourth place, and Inter finishes fifth. We ruin them. That's the only reason I will say this has been a good season because it will give me a lot of joy. That's it. Nothing else.
It's just important to get top four. It doesn't matter if anybody else gets it or not because it's important for our finances.
Yeah, no. I think there's no one that questions that. We are
Yeah.
almost scared, right, of what happens if we don't make top four. I don't think many of us know. Like,
It can be a
surely,
complete disaster.
right? Because we have to
Yeah.
then sell someone big, and
Yeah.
that's my concern. Is you guys were talking in the chat about in the WhatsApp group about Manyan and his renewal and his buyout clause. We better put a massive buyout clause on that guy because there's no question in my mind that he's the best keeper in the world, right? So
And
I
everybody
hope
sees that now, for sure.
everyone's. I mean, Deschamps said it. He feels a completely. I mean, Gio, you said we were gutted when we lost on Donnarumma. Don't trust me. We won the Euros. That he was the best player in the Euros, and I was gutted. But when Manyan came in and showed that footwork, it's like having another centre back. Actually, it's amazing. But if we start, Theo better have a massive buyout clause. Liao, we have to either sell him if we don't finish top four, or renew him and put an enormous buyout clause again. So I don't know. I don't believe that Redbird will actually do anything. If we don't finish top four, I don't believe they'll actually put their own money in. And that's my big concern with this.
I mean, I think that we're gonna sell Leal regardless because they're not gonna want to give him that renewal with no Champions League money because they're gonna be at a loss. And then the other one on the chopping block, which is sad, is Dale because he's really taken it entwined into the Italian culture. His girlfriend, fiance is Italian, so she wants to stay there. So she wants to stay in Italy. She has businesses and stuff like that.
And
So to me,
that's a huge
they'll
one
kick him
too.
out. Yeah, they'll kick him out. They don't care. He'll like be mad, but they don't care. At this point, they know that they want to turn profit until we get the stadium. To me, I feel that. But if we get the stadium and we're still like like to me, I'd rather spend it on young guys if Pioli's gonna go back to his philosophy, or get a coach that's good enough to work with young guys, and then we could get older guys at 28, 29 years old who are leaving the Premier League that were good players in the Premier League that could come in Serie A and still contribute another 4 to 5 years in the league. I think that's the way that we should go. But if we're going like we got 40-year-olds on strikers and then we buying players like Lacetic who don't come in and do nothing, like we wasted a lot of money. Like a lot of people,
Origi, 4 million.
Yeah.
That's the biggest waste for me, Origi.
Yeah. So
Yeah, let's
man,
just say we don't make it top four, right? And we have to sell these players. We're pretty much starting from the bottom again. We're burning the whole project down for the most part.
and then we're gonna get somebody like who's like development and scouting at Toulouse or somebody, Maldini's job. They never wanted Maldini in the beginning because probably their budget is to spend like what Toulouse. He said that he spent $9 million, and now they're in Uber Eats League. They're top. They're like mid-table club. So he's probably feeling like, oh, I give another 10 million, for Milan. They're already there. we're 20 million for the whole year. Then they could develop. But Maldini, I think Maldini, he knows what the club needs to do. I think he wants 60 to 70. Because imagine if we had 60 to 70, we would have got, say, like Noah Lang, or we would have got like a good right winger, something like that. That's what it is. We have found a lot of budget signings that have exploded.
But am I right in saying that we renewed Pioli till 2025? Is that correct? We extended him till 2025.
Yeah.
I think so.
What's the rule if in the summer we don't finish outside top four and they decide to get rid of him? Does he need to be paid out? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't. Probably they have a clause in the contract, something regarding that.
Yeah, because then I don't see. I genuinely worry because if they don't have that, then my concern is they won't get rid of him because of the financial implication of paying him off. That's the only thing I've got. Because if you finish outside top four, for me, Pioli has to go. If he finishes top four, then there's a discussion to be had, right? That he might stay. because in the Champions League we've made the knockout rounds and we are where we are, right? So in that sense, we've achieved our objective. But in the league, we have to finish top four. I think there isn't a fan that says we finish outside top four and we're happy with that. There's no way in the world. No way.
Yeah, if we get top four, I don't think that's gonna sack him. There's no valid reason for them to sack him if we get top four, because we got to the quarterfinals of the Champions. That would be his biggest like safety. So, but again, if we don't get top four, it's not just Pioli that needs to go. I mean, it's also the management's fault. I understand that they didn't have that much money to spend this summer, but out of the mercato that they have, they only got one player correct. They got Chow correct only. Every single other player, we have zero contributions from them. So again, that's up to them.
Yeah.
Even in these cases when you don't have money to spend, as a sporting director, it's your way to find a way to sell some of the players to generate some income and use that income for new players. So this summer, even if we got top four, if we don't get top four, it's a big test for them as well. Because even let's say we don't have that big of a budget, but if we have like around 50 million to spend, but if we got top four, I think we'll have that amount. They can generate at least 30 to 40 million from players that we don't need, we don't use, and they're completely useless when we use them. That's a budget of around 90 million that we can use on transfers, and it's enough budget for Italy, for Italian conditions, to get that stability for a top four. So this is very important for everybody involved, what will happen in the future.
Anton, I have a question for you. Who do you think we're going to sell? I mean, I think we're going to sell probably Rebic, right? Salamakers, right? Who else do you think is going to go?
Well,
Pobega.
Rebic is one. I think Messias should go. They can get some money for him. The other, Balo Touré, Origi.
Pobega.
Bakayoko.
Oh, yeah, let's not forget him.
Oh, no, Bakayoko, he's leaving regardless.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pobega as well, because they're not using him. And he can,
Yeah, so we could get 15 million from Torino. They want it for 15 million. We could get that. That's easy money for us. And then we got money, Piscina. We own the 50% clause for them. So it looks like Monza's staying up. So that's another 7 million. So
there's a couple more players they can get rid of and generate that income.
Yeah.
Especially in midfield. Plus, we're not gonna buy Diaz.
Thank God. Yeah.
the porno star, the corn star, Dest, he's gonna be out. That's 4 million in salary out the door. So
and if we don't get top four, I don't see even Leao staying, so he's gonna go as well.
Mhm.
So even if we stay top four, I think we should help him no matter what, because if we didn't sign him till now and they're saying that they're gonna do like a safety 1 year renewal just to have time to sell him, I think he's pretty much gone. So that's another. We will have basically no left wingers. We're gonna have to buy at least 2 new left wingers. We need to buy a right winger. We need to buy a striker. We need that muscle midfielder that we are missing to replace Kessie. We need new backup left back. So there's like 5-6 players that we can get for that amount.
all right, man. Well, thank you guys for joining me. You know, we did what we did. Thank you guys, and I appreciate you guys coming and get this little therapy. I was by myself, then Lab Gorilla, then Nico. So I appreciate you, and you know what it is. It's time for Forza Milan, and let's get these 3 points. Thank you guys.
Let's
Forza
go.
Milan.
Forza Milan. All right, fellas.
Yeah.